We have done a good job. We have done a responsible job as a state, keeping the folks that live here safe. And the expectation is we'll continue to do that, and that we'll open responsibly. I think the governor has done as good of a job as he can, given the environment. It's been a very difficult environment to manage through at a resort level. I can't imagine the difficulties in doing that at the legislative level and at the state level, quite frankly. Everybody wishes it would be faster, but I don't want that speed to come at the expense of safety. Pretty quickly after we shut the place down, we started to all of us realized that, going forward, at least in the short term going forward, it was going to be a different operational experience for us. So we started to plan immediately for what that experience might be for the guests as they return to us. And we organized this JPEAK EverClean Program, which is a bunch of different things. It's different operational procedures for how the guest navigates this place. It's some different procedures on how we prepare the place for the guest, and some different policies, frankly, that we'll have in place to make the guests feel like if they're going to commit to spending a vacation with us, that they have the ability to adjust that commitment, adjust that vacation, if something happens and they need to do that. And there's some good strategies here. I don't think it's a bad thing for somebody to walk into their suite and have, some things to keep themselves extra clean as it relates to sanitization. I think there are some, this disease or this environment will have a long tail to it. There'll be things that change within our industry, and that no question change for the better as a result of this. Luckily for us, we've always been pretty lax with cancellation and deferment policies. Safety is a two-way street, and that's something that every ski resort operator understands, that there's only so much that the operator itself can do to keep a guest safe. We're going to do everything that we can in our power to do that, but the guest has to bring their own understanding of how to keep themselves safe through this process as well. So, it's that shared kind of mutual responsibility that is in JPEAK's DNA. We're building these operational guidelines predicated on what the state tells us that we can do and what the state tells us that we can't do, or what the state tells us that we can't do yet. What's incumbent on those changes is to make sure that our policies reflect a pretty fluid environment, that we're going to work with the guests to make sure that, once they commit to spending some time up here, that we're going to do everything we can to make them comfortable once they do. So to guests, I would say that when you're coming into the state of Vermont, and specifically into the Northeast Kingdom here at JPEAK, that it will be probably one of the best environments you could spend time in. We're looking forward to seeing folks around here pretty soon.